Hi there, Sydney Brown here, coach and mentor with the Truly Tenacious Tribe and Be Your Own Solution. So I want to share with you real quick what I've done in the last 30 days and how it has catapulted my business, my side business, to levels beyond what I had been able to do in the previous months, and to be honest, the previous years. So I'm anxious to share it with you. If you'll just give me 10-15 minutes, let's jump right in. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that you see. There we go. All right, it is called Give Yourself 100% for 30 days. Now, the reason I say this, and I'm sure you've heard that you can change a habit in 21 days. So we're going to say 30 days because that's what I did in an accountability group. And honestly, it changed it. It really did give me the ability to create my own rituals, to decide what mattered to me, what didn't. And I was able to take what I knew I had to do because it was assigned to me, and then I was able to mold it to something that suits me, improves me, and makes me happier. So this is what I invite you to do in your next 30 days, and let's see if it doesn't catapult you as well. All right, so I'm going to move on over here. All right, so this is, and I can't make a guarantee, obviously, but I do genuinely believe this will help you, grow your business, improve your skill sets, and enhance your mindsets. Now, this is so important because, obviously, if you want to improve your business, this is something that most of us really need to pay attention to right now because, things they're scary. I get it. It's scary. And you have a side business that maybe isn't doing what you hoped it would do. And I was there too. So this is going to help you grow your business. It will help you improve your skill sets because you're learning through this process. And then it will help you enhance your mindsets because the way you think is the way you act, and the way you act is what you produce. So truly, just by making these simple changes, I really do think you're going to improve yourself on all of these areas. So let's who am I? Like I said, I'm Sydney Brown, and I am, I've been in and out of direct sales companies, network marketing for over 30 years. I was done. I was done with them because there's just so much, it's dog eat dog, and it's just tough out there. But this one time, and I just want to give you a quick story. The reason that we are Truly Tenacious Tribe, my team, is because one day I was just like, this one friend of mine, she kept saying, yeah, maybe I'll do it. But then she just never signed up. And I just kept back and following up. And she's like, man, you're tenacious. And at the time, I didn't know what tenacious even meant. So she was insulting me. I looked it up, and she was insulting me because she was just like tired of in her mind that I just kept going back. But in reality, I took it as a compliment because when you're tenacious, you succeed. And so I named our team Truly Tenacious Tribe because I want everyone to find their tenacity, whether it's anything to do with the business that I'm around or not. I want you to find your tenacity and to own it. So anyway, they're gone and I'm not. So being tenacious is a good thing, and that is how we got our name. So moving on, I want to walk you through my daily agenda. Now, obviously, I have a day job, and so I've created this for me, but you can, adjust as your schedule allows, as long as you fit it all in there And obviously, it doesn't have to be so regimented that it's not something you enjoy. But make sure by the end of the day that everything is checked off. So, in my morning, I make my bed. I do my morning hygiene. I have my meditation moments, and then I go through my morning oils and my wellness. I have my matcha tea and different things like that. Just assorted things. The make the bed. I don't know if you've seen the YouTube thing, but the speaker says, if nothing else, as long as you make your bed in the morning, you've accomplished one thing. It sets you off on a good track. So I make my bed. Now I don't make it pretty. I'll pull it up and call it good, but it looks nice and it makes me feel nice as I walk away. If you go off track with these things, then you're going to lose your tendency to build that habit. So try to do these things almost in sequence, however it works for you. Now, then I go to my day job. Thankfully, I work remote, so my day job is at the computer next to this computer. And this is important, especially if you work remote. You need to focus your attention on where it needs to be. And so when I'm at work, I'm at work. And I keep my productivity there, and I don't allow the other distractions until I do. Because at least 2 times in the morning and then usually 2 times in the afternoon. I don't want to give out the name brand, but there's an app out there that you get out and you kind of do this weird dancing and stuff like that, because music is so good for your soul. You can exercise if you're an exercisey type. I have plenty of exercise equipment here, but I find that what keeps me happy is if I get up and do a 2 or 3 minute groove dance, and I really enjoy it. It gets the blood circulating, and when I sit back to work again, I feel like a kid who's just been to recess, and it makes me happy again. It helps me refresh and refocus. So I do because I don't necessarily have a lot of extra time. I'm sure you probably don't either. And the weather may or may not be conducive to you going out and exercising. Then between work and stuff, like at lunchtime, I usually will do what I call a reading or a training break. And during that time, I put my focus away from work, and I put my focus into a book, some sort of self-development, or I can listen to a video, or an audible, anything like that, but something that is feeding my mind to help me grow mentally and develop my skills. So in doing that puts me through the end of my day job. Then I come home, which means I turn my seat this way. And in the evening, I start my side business. Now, my side business is not huge yet, but if I keep up the skills and the habits that I've built, then it is growing and it will keep growing. And that's the same with yours. So you must find the time. If this is important to you, whatever this is, you must find the time. So first for me is I do my follow-ups. And a follow-up is anything that somebody has responded and I need to respond to them. They take priority. They get triaged first. Then any other follow-ups that I know that I'm due for, then I'll go ahead and follow up with them. Then I move into new exposures, and I do those second because, to be honest, they're a little bit kind of what I call the tough ones, because there's something inside us that make us say, "Ooh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that." But once you force yourself to make that exposure, to reach out, to hit the send button, to hit the text button, whatever it is you're doing, however you do exposures. Once you start it and you realize that you didn't get gutted and you're still alive and you're still breathing, then it gets easier. But I put that at right after follow-ups. I put it at the top of the list because it is the toughest part to proceed with. If you don't do that, though, you're not going to make money. You have to talk somehow with people. After that, I do group invitations. So in our business, we have this group that is thousands of people, and we invite guests into it and let the leadership of the company do a lot of the marketing for us, and we support and help. But in doing that, we're making sure that as a team, we're all building, and with that, it helps the people who are newer be able to learn and earn at the same time. And that's just an amazing, it's actually a fairly new system that we've put into place. So by doing that, I have group invitations that I need, and I put it on my list as one of the things that I have to do. Then finally is friend requests. Now, you may think, well, I don't know anybody. How will I friend request them? Suggested friends. Look at people in common, go to groups, different things like that. There's all sorts of things. We can talk about that later. But those are the 4 key things that I feel I must do for my business every night. Now, if it's the weekend or something like that, then obviously my schedule shifts. But then in the nighttime, now nighttime is after I've done my work, regardless of what time it is on the clock. Evening doesn't end, night doesn't start until I've finished what's on my evening agenda. So then in the nighttime, we have family time. We might do dinner out or a movie or whatever. We'll do things like that. And then when it's time to go to bed, I just like decompress, and I kind of do the opposite of my morning. I go through a little bit of a gratitude session with myself. I focus on the good things that happened in the day, the things that I'm grateful for, and I let myself go to sleep in a great mood and happy and looking forward to the next day. And then, of course, I do my evening oils and wellness as well. All right, so that was kind of a deep dive into my my daily ritual. So here it is in writing, just as a summary. If you want to screenshot it, feel free. But 20 friend requests, 20 group invites, 20 follow-ups, 20 minutes of training and self-development, and 10 minutes in dancing or walking. That is adding up to 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100. 100, I added right. Whew. But that's 100%. And if you do those things and follow my agenda, I am convinced you will just catapult your future in the right direction. Now, you don't have to be exactly like mine are, but I do believe that this is a winning combination. All right, so the hard part is, I get it. We find ourselves always at the bottom of the list. Our hopes and dreams are put on a shelf somewhere so that we could take care of kids, we can take care of spouses, partners, do our job, survive, all of these things. And so your dream probably got put aside. And if it didn't, then good for you. But if it did, dust it off, find it wherever it is, dust it off, and give yourself 100%. Because the path to freedom isn't free. It just isn't. But you deserve it. You deserve it. And your future is waiting for you to realize this. Before I get too emotional, I just want to say thank you. I really do believe that this is something that can help you, and I hope that you give it a try.